Okay. Did I did it go? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There it is. Okay. All righty now. Shoot. Hold on a second. All right, lovelies. Pay attention. This is going to be an in-depth um, teaching tonight because I did it for myself, and I want to give prompts to my lovely friend that I was talking to yesterday about what I was experiencing, and she just like, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about this and this, and have you ever thought of you had to kind of unplug yourself? And I go, what do you mean? Hold on a second. Did I? Okay, hold on a second, guys. I thought I grabbed it and I didn't grab it. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. So anyway, so we talked about this, and I was just like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I'm going to do that. So I want you guys to think about something. Hey, lovelies. I'm on my laptop today. So I wanted to do something a little different. So what I want you to do, because this is going to be one of those good moments, is get yourself some Palo Santos or some sage or cedar. And I want you to get either a scissors or a knife, like a butter knife or something. Okay. It's what you're going to use it for. If you have an Athame, that's even better. If you have a wand, you can use that. But you want something that's cutting. Okay. I want to do cutting. So, first thing first, I need everyone to put like on the video. Let me know who's here in the chat. So when we get towards the end, we can do our bringing in the message. There's a lot going on right now energetically. Oh, look at that, my fingers. And depending on what side of the timeline you're on, hey, lovelies, you are going to see a lot of stuff or not see a lot of stuff. Like, I was kind of shocked to hear that there were so many things that were happening during Halloween. Like, there were people that were having things happen at parties, there were shootings, there was all kind of weird, crazy stuff going on at Halloween gatherings and all kind of stuff. But it was really weird because over here it was just nice and peaceful. There was no weirdness going on. It was just peaceful. Everything was peaceful. There was no, oh, I got to go out and go do this or I got to do. There was none of that going on. Okay. It was just a nice, peaceful thing. But man, today, after I listened, I was hearing all the crisis stuff that was going on. I said, where was this all happening at? Oh, okay. So this is how you're going to be able to tell where you are in the timeline. Okay. Where you are. Where you are as far as the timeline. What you're seeing. And if you're seeing a lot of chaotic stuff, you're in a chaotic timeline. That means you didn't get up higher. Okay. If you say the magic words when you're going out somewhere and all of a sudden it starts getting kind of weird, like you're wondering what is going on, and you say, "Ah, this is not my timeline," and you get off of the timeline, get off of that timeline. Okay, there's some people that'll stay on the timeline and put up with it. It's a wintergreen. I have to have it just for a few seconds. Mm. Okay, so I want you to think about this. You know how you cut the hooks and the cords? You know how you do that? You remove the hooks and the cords, everybody. Yeah, there was Cat First and the Long Gone Ambulance and the Halloween. Yeah. Yeah, crazy stuff. Okay, so you know how you guys remove certain cords and stuff? You move the hooks and cords. Okay. Move the cords and the hooks to the person, place, thing, or situation. All right. I want you to take it a step further. So you break it completely. Now, know when you do this work, these individuals that you do this work with are going to feel this need like they have to call you, show up on you, all kind of weird stuff. Just stay in your power, stay in your thing, and you want a good clearing energy, no interaction with that person for a week. Okay? Don't let them be coming up in your space. Text, text fine. If you need to talk or something, that's fine, but none of this in-person stuff. Okay, you don't want to be in their energy in person. Okay, especially if you're dealing with someone crazy, you don't want to be doing that. And I'm talking about those possessive people. You know, they just got to be in your space 24/7, all that kind of craziness. Okay, so I want you to think about this. What if I told you and I asked you the question, did you unhook yourself from the person? Let me repeat that. Yes, you cut the hooks and cords. You remove the hooks and the cords of the person to you. But did you remove your cord from them? Think about it. Right about now, you are having a, oh, wait a minute. What? Moment. Okay. So, this is going to be one of those medicines where we go in and we release it in such a way. And we're gonna do it through the cauldron. We're gonna put it through the fire in the cauldron. Okay. So when you do the cut, you can cut with your scissors, you can cut with your butter knife if you have a butter knife and you want to use it, you want to go down, cut it, and then you swipe in the air of the person, place, or thing of yourself, symbolizing that you're removing it from them. Okay. Now, this is going to be so powerful to the point to where you are really going to notice it. You're going to be like, wait a minute, that's what that was. That's what this is. Okay. So I want you to just get some water, get your cutting devices, whatever you're going to use. Get that. And just allow yourself to get those pieces together. And then I just want you to just get comfortable and sit down and have a seat. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is think about some people that you still are looping around in your thought process about. Okay? I want you to think about it. Think about their energy, who they are, what happened. It wasn't a good situation, whatever that is. Okay? I just want you to think about it. Okay? Start kind of getting the ones that are the heaviest on your mind. Get them in a line. All right? Just get them in your thought and get them in a line. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes. Take in a nice deep breath. We're going to get all set up and we're going into this journey. And I just want you to just get comfortable. And I now just want you to start on a journey where you see a forest. And you hear this gentle, kind of like bell sound, this ringing sound, kind of like what you're hearing right now. It's calling to you. But it's deep in the forest, and you got to go down this pathway and follow it. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale it out. Follow the calling tone. Walk down the pathway. It could be a rocky pathway. It could be a smooth pathway, a sandy pathway. It's your pathway. Just walk. And it's calling you. Okay, as you walk deeper into this forest, on this pathway, you are feeling this wonderful energy of needing to break a cycle, break a connection, an old energy connection. Now you're coming to the center part of this forest. And in this center part of this forest are these gathered trees in a circle. And right in the middle of the circle, you notice that there is a cauldron. An old, ancient cauldron. It's old. You looking at the cauldron, you taking a look. And you're trying to figure out, wow, this is a really old cauldron. Every element is present in this forest. You feel a drop of rainwater on your face, but it's just a gentle sprinkle, letting you know that the element of water is present. You feel the gentleness of the breeze of the air, letting you know that air is present. You feel the earth beneath your feet, letting you know that north is present. And now magically within this cauldron is this beautiful spirit of fire that shows up. As it's crackling and making its sound, It's just letting you know it's there and it's present. And as the flames get a little bit bigger, you really hear the more crackling sound of the flames. And then suddenly the crackle sounds stop. And you just see the flames there. These are very old, ancient flames. And they're the type of flames that allows you to just get rid of things. And the first thing I want you to think of is to think of the first person, place, or thing, situation that you have removed the hooks and cords from. You're going to do it again. And after you remove the hooks and the cords, you are going to remove the hooks and the cords of yourself from the person, place, and thing. So whatever imaginary cord that you had when you was attracted to that job, attracted to that person, attracted to that situation, you're going to remove that cord. Because that's a cord, that's a silent cord that doesn't really get recognized as you need to remove it. Because you just think you should just remove the cords of the ones that have been in your space. But what about the fact that you were in that space in the first place? So without judgment, without judging yourself, without judging the situation for what it is, you're just going to remove these cords. And these cords have to do with repeat energy, unresolved issue energies, an underlying energy of jealousy, envy, anger, whatever that energy is that you've been feeling, sensing, or what, you're going to get rid of that. You're going to remove that. So I just want you to walk around the cauldron and take a look at it. Look how deep it is. You actually can't see the bottom of it. It's one of those kind of cauldrons. This cauldron is so ancient, that's why it's all the way out in this forest area. You can't even see the bottom of it. As a matter of fact, lovelies, it even reminds you of the time when you watched the movie 300. And that scene where they pushed those other soldiers over into that pit of nowhere. And it just went down, down, down. Couldn't even hear a sound where they landed. Nothing. That's how deep this cauldron is. It's deep, 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 deep cauldron. And this cauldron is all about those deep, hidden emotions to the person, place, or thing situation. Now I want you to come back around the front of the cauldron. Come on back. Now the flames are coming back up again. And it's just wanting you to remember what you want to release. I want you to think of the first thing. Let's start off with the person or peoples. And get the peoples in your mind. And I want you to take your athame, your knife, your scissors, whatever you have. And I want you to see the energy of those people or that person and just automatically go straight down the center of yourself, in front of yourself, and say, I am now removing the hooks and cords to these peoples or this person. You don't even have to say their name. If you want to say their name, you can. You can say it silently. And just keep bringing up the names of those individuals. And just cut it. And now, after you keep moving out, moving through the energy, you're just going to flick it to the cauldron. Flick it in there. And as it's burning it away, these beautiful rainbow flames, violet flames, are going to burn away the mental, the emotional part, even the physical and the spiritual part that's linked to it. Allow it all to go into those flames. Okay, breathe, inhale. Exhale it out. Do one more final swipe down the center, releasing it into that flame. Now, each one of the individuals, there is a little cord there, that little secretive cord. And you see where it is linked into you. That's the one that didn't get cut yet. See the hooks releasing. See your hooks releasing from those people or that person. See the hooks releasing. And you're going to feel like a snap feeling. Just feel it snapping off of the person, the people. Just releasing it. Keep going. Okay. Now you gather up those hooks, those cords from those people. Yours. Those are yours. And look where it's tied in at your body. Okay. Did you come from your heart with those people? Did you come from your creative self, that root, with those people? Any of these people that you had sexual intercourse with, had some fun with, get it out of that root. Did you also lead with your mind, your thoughts, your third eye? Find those cords linked up to those hooks. And I just need you to just release those. Just pull it out. It's going to snap. Just snap it out from your body. Wherever you have pain, just allow yourself to snap it out. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. Okay, you got them? Now take them and ball them all up. And now throw it in the fire. Throw it into the cauldron. Hear the crackling sound as it's just being destroyed in the fire, burned up to nothingness, to zero. All the looping and the cycling back and forth and all that energy is just being totally removed. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Take a nice deep breath in and release it with a breath. And look over into the cauldron and says, I've released my hooks from you as well as your hooks into me and your cords. They no longer exist. There's no more circling and patterns, no more cycles, no more repeats, for it is done. Step back from the cauldron. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale it out. Now I want you to think about the situations that was just too much to be dealing with. And it keeps coming up every now and then. You get triggered by it. Something happens. You get this weird feeling. You feel it, and it starts to kind of block some of the things that you've been doing because it comes up. And I want you to just see that energy for what it is and know that the flames are coming back up again. Looking for what you want to get rid of. First thing first, take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. See the thing, the interest, whatever that is, and see how you were attracted to it, what you liked about it, what you trusted about it, what you felt safe about it, where you kind of at the end you were ticked off, you felt betrayed, you felt like this was terrible. Why didn't I see this coming type of energy? I just want you to reach into that situation and pull out the big hook, the bait, the hook that brought you into it, that made you feel like, yes, I want you to find your hook. Find your hook and pull that hook out. Pull that hook out. And it's going to be a big snap. Big snap. Feel it release. Now I want you to pull that hook. I want you to hold it. And then take the cord and wrap it all around that hook. Okay, now I want you to hold that in your right hand and take your blade and cut down in front of yourself again, releasing the hooks and cords of them to you. Okay, release it all. Okay, now I want you to take those cords and those hooks and wrap it around your big hook and cord. Intertwine it. Now this one, the fire is already going to be kind of silent for this one because this one you're going to throw it in and it's just going to go straight down to the abyss, into the void. Walk up to the edge of the cauldron and release it. Throw it all in. It hit a couple of rocks at the bottom, but it keeps falling. Let it keep falling. You can't even see it anymore. It's just going all the way down, all the way down. You can't even hear it. You can't see it. It's gone. All the cycles, all the patterns, all of that just went with that. And now the flames kind of come back up. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. And now the flames get silent again. And now I want you to really take a look at other situations. What other issues have you had that you were linked into? Was it a gathering? Was it a coven? Was it another healing group? Was it some kind of group thing that you got involved in? And you had to leave because it just kind of went callywhacked. And you didn't want to be a part of that. Did you remove your hook from that? Now's the time. Remove it from the whole gathering. Remove it from the name. Remove it from what the purpose of the group was. Remove it from all the energy, all the gatherings, all the holidays, gatherings. Remove it from all the rituals. Remove the cord and the hook from all of that. You remove your energy from it. Remove it all. And once again, take it, wrap it around that hook, and allow yourself to loop it all around there And then take your blade or your scissors and cut straight down in front of you, removing the hooks and cores of them. And now you have your hook and core of what you hooked into while you joined it in the first place. Now you're going to pull that out, wrap it all around that. Now, this is going to be a little bit heavier because when you're dealing with group gathering, medicine things, spiritual things, there's a lot of energy that goes on there. So you want to gather up all of this energy cores that attracted you to that in the first place. From the time it started until the time you left. Gather it all up. And if you start seeing some cords and hooks kind of just wavering in the air, those are those cords of yours. Those are yours. Just take them, gather them, bringing them side by side, twirl it all around the biggest hook, wrap it all around there, get it, pull it all in. And now once again, take and cut the hooks and the cords in front of you and release it and cut straight from the heart, from the behind your neck, through your third eye, through your crown, all the way down through the root of yourself. Cut all the cords around your ankles, your hands. Get rid of all of it. And then lower back and between the shoulder blades. Cut those hooks. Remove them all. Okay, take now all those hooks and those cords, wrap it around all the ones that you had hooked yourself into with that gathering. And say these are all the negative cords, all the trickery cords, the backstabbing cords, the falsehood cords, the old envy cords, all of that stuff that was in the group that was poisonous and toxic. I didn't want to be a part of anymore. Now you got it all gathered up. You need to just dump it over the side. Dump it over the side and just let the flames really just take it in and just get rid of that. And it's going to go all the way down. And you're not even going to hear the flames anymore because it's just traveling all the way down into nothingness. Let it just go and just take a deep breath in and release with that. Release it. Breathe. Let it go. Feel how light you're starting to feel. Feel how soothing your chest feels. Your neck, your shoulders, all that heaviness is going away. Feel that. Now I want you to take a look at a thing situation. What's the thing? Was it a bad investment? Was it a bad car deal? Was it bad house deal? Was it some kind of issue that took place that this thing has just always been bothering me? It's always been there. I got the bad end of the blah blah blah. Whatever it is, I want you to unhook yourself from it. Unhook it. Unhook yourself from it. Whatever it is, see it for what it is. Unhook yourself. Pull off any other hooks. Unsnap yourself. Unhook yourself. Just unhook it. Okay, now take your scissors or your blade or your removing and cut down the front of yourself of this thing situation. And just cut all the hooks and cords of that energy that was linked into you. Cut that away. And just take all that and kind of wind that all up with all the hooks and the cords that you just got from the thing. Tie it in a nice ball knot. And all I want you to do is just throw it. Throw it into the cauldron. There's not going to be any flames. Just throw it in there. And now this is going straight down to the bottom. Allow yourself to just feel that. Okay, now I want you to just take a deep breath in and just kind of feel how your body is feeling. And all of a sudden, you start to feel the sounds of an owl. This is no ordinary owl. This is an old ancient owl. And this owl is all about the final cut. This owl is going to come through and cut the final cut. Just feel the presence. You hear the wings. You feel the senses. And just allow yourself to just feel that energy coming around you. But this owl is so big, you can't even really see it because it's a spirit owl. And just allow yourself to just feel the knowingness that it's going to swoop over you. And as it makes its swoop, you feel the swooping. You feel the wings coming right over you. Breathe, inhale, exhale. And just allow that sound of the wings to pass by you. Breathe. Inhale, exhale it out. And now, as quickly as the owl came, the owl is gone, taking with it all the residue of that energy of what no longer needs to be attached to you, and you attached to it, the person, place, thing, or situation. Now the cauldron is simply going to do something very interesting in front of you. It is going to collapse into itself. And as it collapses into itself, it starts to move into that collapsing. And it's making a kind of a clanking and a bell sound. And it's folding into itself. And finally, it is all done. As it just sinks into a hole, and the hole is finally covered up, as though it was never there. And it just keeps moving down deeper into the earth, for the cauldron has served you well. And now as you turn and look around, you see a doorway. It wasn't there before. Now it's there. And once again, you hear a chiming sound. The door opens. You walk curiously towards it. You can't really see where it's taking you because it's dark, but you have to trust it. And it chimes again, asking you to step through and trust the process. You step through the doorway into the darkness, and then suddenly a burst of light shows upon you, presenting itself in all of its healing of your mental self, your emotional self, your spiritual self, your physical self, feeling up every part of your being with so much loving light and healing light. It floods every part of you with this deep emerald green, deep royal blues, deep yellows and orange, brings in some beautiful pinks and iridescence of gold and silver, all intertwining with you, just healing every part of your auric field and just flooding you with so much beautiful healing energy that's bringing in your magic of yourself. And you actually are starting to feel bits and pieces of yourself that's been missing coming back to you. It's just little bits of whispered sounds, a part of you just returning back to you, healed and strong, magical, empowering, inspiration, feeling that energy as it floods into your heart space. And as it floods into your heart space, it expands all around you through the heart space. It floods into your throat space and opens up through your throat. You're able to speak clearly and be heard. You feel that beautiful energy just rising up inside of you. It's almost as though it's a bliss energy that rises up inside of you. And you feel as though you are just in such a beautiful state of mind, revitalized, groundedness into every part of your being. You see this beautiful bubble of water underneath your feet as it just surges underneath your feet into the beautiful earth star. It moves up all the way up through the legs, up through the knees, up through the thighs. It moves into the root, moves into the solar plexus and all of the beautiful sacral chakra. And it's just kind of buoyancy in that area, just moving in buoyancy. Now it moves up into the heart space. And now it expands into the throat space. And now it moves into the third eye space, into the crown, into the soul star, moving into the spirit space, moving into that beautiful galactic space and into the source space, into the gateway, feeling into that beautiful rays of light as it comes back down over your body, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Subtle bodies, etheric body, astral bodies, moving into all parts of your auric field, bringing in a beautiful shields of light all around you, an iridescence that just caters to you and reconnects your higher self cords. Your spirit cord is now strong and tethered and connected to the divine source of all there is. How you see the true source, divine source, Mother, Father, God, to yourself. Breathe that in. Exhale it out. And know how you are now grounded into the higher timelines of Mother Earth. Moving into all the higher dimensions at will. From 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. You pick and choose. How far do you want to go? Breathe. Feel how good it feels. And now it is done. The replenishing, the revitalizing, bringing in the vital light, vitality to you. And now as you walk through, it changes back into the forest. And now you find your new pathway that walks you out of the forest. Everything seems crisp and new and vibrant in color and feels so connecting and good. You just feel into it. Allow yourself to just feel that. And everything that you decide from this point on, how you decide to feel, what your yes is and what your no's are powerful. You get exactly what you ask for and what you create. Excellent. And as you're walking down your pathway and coming back, you're coming back into a place of the present in a higher vibration, a higher connection, feeling inspired, empowered, feeling very much so awake until it is time for you to get your rest, where you will sleep deeply and go into the beautiful dream world and collect more information if you so desire. But at this moment in time, bring your awareness to your breath. Bring both hands to your heart space, giving thanks to the release of what no longer serves and recognizing what you recorded into. And just release that and breathe this in. Feeling present, feeling in this very moment, very present within the self. Allow both hands to come to your belly, breathing in, expanding through the belly space, exhaling as the belly drops into itself, and breathing out. Drop into that space. And now sweep both hands up over the head and bringing it down back into heart place, both hands into prayer position, giving the recognition and the honoring to yourself that you are all you are and all that you shall become and more than this. For it is done, is done, is done. Oh, Ashe, Shema. And when you are ready, you will open your eyes at a gentle gaze and put a 8 into the chat that you are back. Okay, I have Donna back. I have Shay back. And Cosmic Flower back. Good job. All right, all right, all right. I had a couple people that were bouncing in and out, but they didn't stay very long. Or if they did stay, they just stayed and watched. How's everybody feeling? Do you like that cauldron? Did you like the sound of the wings of the owl coming by to swoop over you? Go liar. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt last night when I did it. And I said to myself, oh my God, that makes so much more sense. We're so into, cut the hooks and cords of ourselves, but we don't go back. Yes, burping a lot is part of the clearing. We don't go back and look at the fact what attracted us to that person, place, thing, or situation in the first place. Mm-hmm. Cut it off the cord. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things that's so simple yet so powerful. But it's also one of those things that we don't pay attention to. Because it's all about, oh, I got to get rid of this. Oh, I got to get rid of this person, plate. You know, I got to cut the cords and da 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 da. It's always that. But we never look at what made you attracted say to that circle? What made you want to be friends with that person? What made you want to go do that business deal with that person? What made you get married to that person? What made you start dating that person? What was the energy? Because that's where you have to release it in the first place. So you can stop thinking about it in your head. You can stop the looping. You can stop going over and over it, because that's a cord that, thank you, that's the cord that you gave yourself permission to cord into at that time because you thought it was safe. All right. That's the one. And that's the one that kind of goes silent when you start to do the clearing away. You're cutting away their stuff, but that one question you got to ask yourself, did you cut yourself away from it? Did you release your cord that attracted you in the first place? And this is so easy to forget. And when I did that, I did it in the shower, you guys. I did it in the shower when I was cutting, and I knew exactly all the people that I was cutting myself from. I was releasing from. And then when I say releasing from, it's like releasing from the negativity, releasing from that part of yourself where it started to hurt, where it didn't feel good anymore, where it was kind of annoying, where you had to heads up, or, oh God, this went so far left. What the hell, where you kind of started looking at yourself and you started kind of judging yourself and saying, I don't trust this anymore, or I don't trust this person anymore, or the situation, or something's wrong with me, blah, blah, blah. Those energies is what you're wanting to cut away from. Okay. So on our calendar, when I look at to see if we have any more portals, we don't have another portal until wow, I guess we don't have anymore. We have our full moon on Wednesday. Well, we don't have any more portals until November 18th and November 20th. And then that's going to be it until we get into December. And then that's the last of everything. So I see, put a love heart, press the love hearts if you're still in house, if you're still here. Because I'm watching how it's interfering with who's viewing and all of this. So thank you. Because I don't know what they did, but I understand a lot of other YouTubers are talking about the same thing, that something has changed with YouTube's algorithm and it's doing weird things. Like if I put my video up, it's not going to load it up until 24 hours. But if you guys are putting likes on it, it's going to load it up earlier. So I go in and I make sure it's loaded up and it's not mysteriously put into private. Okay. So I hope you've been thinking about if you want to join the Spiral Light training program, get your knowledge, get those things you want to know. It will be very activating. And this part I do want you to pay attention to. When you do sign up for it, if you are contemplating on signing up for it, just email me at galacticspirallight.com so I will know. And just know whatever it is that you have been sitting on the fence about, it's going to allow you to step into it. It's going to help open up those surprising parts of yourself. Thank you so much for the love hearts. So the energy is off the hook this week. It is some crazy stuff. Let's take a look at the energy. 0 to 93, someone pick a number for the auric. And the first one that puts it in is the one I'm going to read. 0 to 93. Pick a number between 0 to 93. But yes, the energy is very strange. And how about your dream world? Are you feeling the heaviness and that clear? 7. Okay, we got it. 7 it is. Feeling that energy from the dream world. And this today just going out, I was like, dang, it is really kind of feeling strange. One number. What are you doing? You're putting all these numbers. Stop it. One number only. We're going to confuse ourselves. All right. Okay. This is the message from the heaven realm. I have a number 6 and it's moving on. Moving on. The bridging number is the 8-8 energy and it's abundance. Abundance. And then, how is it going to show up here on the earth plane? It shows up in the root chakra, the base root. Crazy. Okay, so let me go back and look at what that root chakra is about. Yeah, Donna, you got carried away. You just got to get all those numbers in. The energy is definitely different. When I went out today, I said, wow, even looking at the sky, I was like, why does the sky look so different? Okay, so what is on that moving on is the mental conflict. Look at that. Moving out of the mental conflict. Mental conflict. Look at that. Yeah, a lot of us got that mental conflict. Now, the bridge for that abundance is going to be about that personal growth. Personal growth. Interesting. And that root chakra puts us back into number 8, the control. The control. Control. Interesting. Okay, the message from Divine Masters as well as the guiding light. So let's look at the guiding light and then we'll go into our auric and read the coded info there. Guiding light. I slept like a rock last night. Oh, get out of the victim mentality. Number 56, you are learning to understand that everything happens through you, not to you. Get out of that victimhood. A lot of people like to be the victim to their own scenarios, their own energies that they bring to themselves. And the Divine Master says, okay, the Divine Master card is Joan of Arc, Sacred Activist. Do not be afraid. Stand up for your beliefs. Joan of Arc. Last night I was kind of watching free on YouTube Elizabeth. And it's funny, I was just kind of watching it because I was doing my infrared and I was just kind of watching it and I said, you know, it's so interesting. Every time when I watch that movie, I see something else in it. And I've watched that movie so many times. And I'm like, wow, you know, she really had to stay true to herself in so many ways and not believe in all these diabolical stuff that they were trying to do to get rid of her. And it was just, it's like, you know, back then it was like for her to be a woman and to still try to lead a country It was just never enough until she finally just had to become like a saint where she was untouchable. I'm married to England. I'm married to the land, to the people. And I was like, dang, that's a lot of energy to have to deal with. Okay, let's take a look at the org. And today's number is recognized as number 7. What is number 7 looking like? Number 7. It's going to be yellow and green. Number 7. Here it is right here. And yellow and green is the Garden of Gethsemane. I have no idea what that is, but let's find out. Number 7. All right. The Garden of Gethsemane. That olive green color. The heart and the solar plexus. The chariot. The earth above, the water below. The number 7, the army. The test of faith. The test of faith. The affirmation is, I have no limits apart from those I set for myself. I love that. Here's the positive aspects for this. For this is the belief and the faith are a life thing. A pioneer of the new aeon, an idealist, a philosophist who understands the needs and sufferings of humanity, possesses inner wisdom and strength, has learned lessons about ethics in previous incarnations, and is able to, in the here and now, to express and utilize that, like to travel, love nature, especially trees. In fact, is often very knowledgeable about trees. Okay, the spiritual part. This energy of the green and the yellow helps put mind over matter to attain inner wisdom and to establish a connection with the deeper inner knowledge, enables the user to recognize what is their blocking of his or her own path, and aids in the removal of these. The mental part is stimulated by the brain. It helps to make decisions and reduces the aggravation and speculations of introspection. It eases the fear of wide open spaces and claustrophobic. The emotional part, it helps you to release the fear and brings in the joy. It helps to overcome jealousy and envy, as well as fear and emotions, and it aids in the development of emotional maturity. So that's what those colors represent and what it moves us into. It's also distinctive qualities. The energy is to balance the body of a situation of the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus underwent his last test of faith. So it's all about that faith. Got to have faith. And it's kind of like, when you're on your path and you're doing your work, it's trusting the process. It's trusting that you're in the right place at the right time. It's trusting that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes we get in that place and it's like, am I supposed to be doing this? And you know what? It's a good thing to always ask yourself, have those questions come up, because it means a lot to you. When you're asking yourself those questions, it means you're still connected. It means you're still interested. You're still in the fight to win it. Okay? When you stop asking questions and you're merely just going along, then you kind of got to stop and ask yourself, am I really happy? Am I happy with what I'm doing? What needs to change? What direction do I need to go? So tonight, after all this medicine, this is a perfect time to make sure you do a nice oiling to the belly, to the chest area where you just kind of oil up. This is a perfect time to do another medicine bath or a medicine shower with your salts and your baking soda if you want to just do that one to kind of cleanse off, and then oil up afterwards and really anoint and be loving and kind to yourself. Okay. This is all that new stuff. You want to be in that newness. All right. All right, lovelies. It's been my pleasure to come here and share this with you. Let's just see how everything starts kind of moving. From what I understand, there's supposed to be some kind of blackout situation at the end, towards the end of the month, where I guess nobody is going to be celebrating Black Fridays and all this stuff. We'll see. But it's only actors putting it out there. Okay, they're trying to strike it up. So some of your TikTokers that are trying to spice this up, they're out there trying to say, "Oh well, they're listening to us and all blah, blah." Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you guys doing? First of all, how is it going to serve? I'm all for it. Yeah, don't go shopping. Don't get no gas. Everybody shut them off. Since they like to do things to us, let's shut off our money to them. Don't pay them shit. Don't give them nothing. And just see how they like it. We got to take the power back. We've given a lot of our power too much to them to begin with. Okay? So keep your eyes open. Pay attention for the falsies. Remember, you're still in this place where you got to be able to tell the difference between a truth and a lie. Okay? And that means a truth and a lie and AI. Because now you got to throw that on the table. Wait, can you imagine the new way of dating now? Hi. Yes, my name's Barbara, and you are? Oh, you're George. Okay. George, are you real? Have you been compromised by anything? Have you taken anything that compromised you to be a real human being? Oh, oh, that many, huh? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, oh, you're not even really sitting here at the table with me. You're in your living room. I really thought I was sitting with you. Wow. Oh wow, this is the Jedi moment. Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi moment. Okay. Well, you know what? Well, I guess this date has come to an end. I gotta go. Bye. Yeah, it's gonna be a little different now. Yep, lock down the wallet. Yeah, I'm locking down my wallet. Told all the crystal beings, not buying another crystal for quite some time. So everybody, you're gonna have to just be with each other right now, okay? This is family right here. Everybody's family right here, okay? All right, locking it down. I don't care how tantalizing Sage Goddess gets. I'm locking it down. Going through Sage Goddess rehab. So I needed some intervention. I was becoming cray cray. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Much love. Feel good about what you just did. And if there anything else comes up, just look and see if you're hooked into it and just take your hook out of there. Okay? All right, much love. Be so light. Thank you for the likes and subscribe. Thank you, new members, for being here. Remember, I'm simply just here to help you to remember who you are and to stay in your light and your truth of you. We say no, we don't consent to the artificial world of control. We are much more than that. We are divine sovereign beings. And that's what the game is right now. How much do you value your light? Because it's not for sale. It never was. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Much love. Thank you. Bye.